I'm Connie Marshall. What you're about to see are two fabricated forged pleadings filed in the Kentucky Supreme Court case number 2015 SC 000488 regarding the case that I appealed from the District Court in Louisville, Kentucky. The people that fabricated these pleadings have also forged my signature, though I did not sign these pleadings, nor did I send these pleadings. They have also made ridiculous statements about aliens and my thoughts being controlled to make me sound as if I have a mental problem. The court should have known that I did not send these pleadings because everything that I send to the Kentucky Supreme Court is sent by certified mail, return receipt requested. I also do not set up pleadings in the manner that these pleadings are filed, which are filed incorrectly. Also, the first pleading was faxed from all zeros, which is not a fax number. And I also would never fax a pleading to the court. The second pleading that the court actually did file in my case was in an envelope indicating that it was mailed from New York. And I live a long way from the state of New York. Though I did respond by certified mail to the court letting them know that I did not file the two fabricated pleadings, the pleading mailed from New York was placed in my case by Judge Minton, Kentucky Supreme Court judge. He then dismissed my case. Again, how can a judge dismiss a case in which he is aware criminal activity has taken place in the case, as two fabricated forged pleadings are filed in the case? Further, it is my understanding that when you file a pleading, an original signature has to be on the pleading and not copies of someone's signatures. In total, there have been 4 fabricated pleadings filed in my cases. 1 in the District Court of Judge Sean Delahanty, 2 in the Kentucky Supreme Court of Judge Minton, and 1 in the Federal District Court of Judge Hale. Not one of these judges has called for an investigation of these fabricated pleadings, even though the pleading that was put in the case in the federal court of Judge Hale accused him of bribery, though there's still been no investigation. Though I have reported these fabricated pleadings to the courts and the FBI, to date, June 25, 2016, there has been no investigation. And now you will see the 2 fabricated pleadings. Please bear with me, I have to walk to those pleadings. Okay, now this is the first pleading that was filed in the Kentucky Supreme Court. As you can see, it was faxed from all zeros to the Kentucky Supreme Court, number 502-564-2665. And it's the first fabricated pleading filed in the Kentucky Supreme Court, and actually the third fabricated document filed in one of my cases. And when you see what's highlighted in yellow, I did that because I wrote on these pleadings because I knew I'd put them online just to make sure people knew that I didn't send them. And I'm going to show you the pleading. There's my case number. And this pleading is talking about withdrawing a motion that I filed. And they're saying that I want to withdraw my motion, which I did not file this, which the court should have known. As I stated, everything I send is sent certified mail, return receipt requested, and you never fax a pleading to the court. As you can see, there's my signature or a copy of my signature. I can be sloppy sometimes. I guess they must have traced my signature or something. And again, an original signature would have to be filed with the pleading that's filed in the case, so I don't see how they could even file these pleadings in my case. And I'm going to scroll back so you can see the entire pleading. And now I'm going to scroll down to the second pleading that was filed in the Kentucky Supreme Court. And it's talking about I've been possessed by aliens and all kinds of crazy things like that. And I did not send this pleading. And this one was actually filed in my case by the judge. And again, you know, I have written on it and highlighted in yellow because I knew I was putting these online to let people know I didn't send them. And now I'm going to show you the envelope. There's my signature again, where they've traced over my signature. Again, when you file a pleading in a court case, you have to have an original signature. So I would like to know if they have an original signature, which they do not. And now I'm going to scroll over to the envelope that this pleading was mailed in. This is the one that was mailed from New York. And maybe if I do this, you can see what the envelope actually looked like, because I've got it kind of sideways. There's the New York stamp, and it's mailed to the Kentucky Supreme Court. And then I've written on this one, you know, letting people know that I didn't send it. And I'm going to scroll back to the first one. And I just want to say, now that you've seen the two fabricated pleadings, to prove to you further that I did not send these fabricated forged pleadings, I will soon be posting a part 2 showing you the pleadings I actually did send to the Kentucky Supreme Court, along with the certified mail receipts. As you can see, Kentucky officials are continuously trying to set me up.